It's midday. Good afternoon to you and welcome to Baina Midday News. This news is coming to you live from Benab House, Atomic Junction, Medina. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. We'll bring you details of the story shortly. Thank you for staying with us. Remember, this news is live on Facebook at Baina TV. Now, let's move on to our first story. The Minister of State in charge of Government Communications, Felix Kwakye Ofosu, has announced that 100 new 29-seater buses have arrived in the country as part of effort to ease recent public transport challenges. In a Facebook post on Sunday, April 5, 2026, he said the buses form part of a total of 300 procured by government to improve transport services and reduce pressure on commuters.
The development follows recent vehicle shortages in parts of the country, which left commuters stranded at transport terminals and bus stops. Government has previously said it is working to resolve the situation, with the Vice President Nana Opoku Agyeman indicating that steps are being taken to address the disruptions affecting daily commuters. The new buses are expected to provide immediate relief, while additional budgets scheduled for August and November are aimed at further strengthening public transport capacity nationwide.
Now, moving on, President John Dramani Mahama has announced the formation of a high-level panel under the Accra Reset Initiative, a flagship African-led effort aimed at reshaping global health governance and advancing economic sovereignty across the continent. The initiative, coordinated through the Accra Research Chancery, brings together an 18-member panel of distinguished global figures tasked with developing practical proposals to reform the global health architecture. The panel will be co-chaired by prominent leaders including Peter Piat, El Haj Assi, Nizia Trindaji, and Budi Gudani Sadikin. According to the organizers, the panel has been mandated to produce concrete and actionable recommendations to transform a global health system that has often positioned countries in global south as passive participants rather than active decision makers shaping policies that affect populations. Presidential spokesperson and Minister for Government Communications Felix Kwakye Ofosu described the initiative as a bold step towards redefining global health governance. He noted that the Accra Reset seeks to ensure that developing countries play a central role in decision-making processes that impact their health systems and economic resilience. The panel's work will be supported by a high-level consultative group comprising leading international institutions such as the World Health Organization, World Trade Organization, African Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and the International Finance Corporation, creating a platform for coordinated global engagement. Other notable members of the panel include Mohammed Pate, John Nkengasong, and Somia Swaminathan, while Michelle Sidibe has been appointed special advisor and envoy to the co-chairs, bringing extensive experience to support the panel's reform agenda. Now, away from that, let's delve into the world of business. The Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry has announced that the planned increase in sachet water prices will not take effect as early scheduled, following engagement with industry players. In a press release issued on Monday, April 6, the ministry condemned the Ghana Plastic Manufacturers Association and the National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers for suspending the proposed price adjustment. In a press release issued on Monday, April 6th, the ministry commended the Ghana Plastic Manufacturers Association and the National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers for suspending the proposed price adjustment. The decision follows an earlier announcement by the National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers of an upward price review, citing a global shortage of polymers and rising production costs linked to ongoing geopolitical tensions, particularly the conflict in Iran. The association had proposed new prices, including 8 Ghana cedis at the ex-factory level and up to 15 Ghana cedis at retail. However, the ministry said the suspension reflects government's commitment to protecting consumers and maintaining stability in the market. To address the concerns raised by producers, the ministry had scheduled a meeting with the leadership of the Ghana Plastic Manufacturers Association and the National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers on Wednesday, April 8, to find a lasting solution to challenges facing the sector. The latest development offers temporary relief to consumers as discussions continue over balancing production costs with affordability of sachet water, a key source of drinking water for many households across the country. Well, on this note, we go for a quick turn. We'll be back with some more to stay.
Rayuwa mai lafiya yana haɓaka iko, haɓaka tunanin jiki da jin daɗin rayuwa, wanda ke kayyade tattalin arziki, zamantakewa da muhalli. Ku kasance tare da ni, Nana Amina Muhammad, akan Baina TV a yayin da zan dinga kawo muku masana kiwon lafiya saboda mu tattauna battutukan da sun ka shafi kiwon lafiya don mu inganta tunanin jikinmu da zamantakewanmu.
Rayuwa mai lafiya, this and every Tuesday at 8:15 p.m. only on Baina TV.
muku sallama ta fuskan musulunci ya ko bayin Allah. Ubangijin mu Allah madaukakin sarki ya daukaka mu da wanga addini, kuma addinin musulunci babu shakka iliminsa tana da yawa, fannin tana da girma. Shi yasa ubangijin mu Allah madaukakin sarki ya nuna mana cikin alkur'ani cewa a ringa tunasar da mutane, kamar da Allah ya ce cikin Kur'ani, fadhakir in nafa'ati dhikra, annabi ka tunasar da mutane saboda tunasarwan zai yi amfani. Wa zai ma amfani? Sai ya zakkaru man yakhsha, mai tsoro Allah zai ji yayi aiki da shi. Jama'a bai yiwuwan musulmi ya rayu shaida tunasarwa. Akan haka saboda muhimmancin tunasarwan da Allah ya ce ma annabi fadhakkir, ka tunasar da su, saboda wannan ya zama na kaman yau muka kawo muku sabon shirye-shirye akan Bayyina TV, wanda ni ne malamin ku Malam Abdulrazak zan gabatar da wanga wa'azi ku dan tare da ni kan tunasarwa. Jama'a ai wa ma summiyal insanu insan illa li nasihi, ai ba sa ma mutum suna mutum ba sai dai saboda mai mantuwa ne.
Fadhakkir, tunasarwa, this and every Tuesday at 9 p.m. only on Baina TV.
kin gani kin gwagwa cikin kan tebur ya kike haka da ni
kai ka san bai shada
ki shada ni mun
bai
ga
shada
ki
ni wannan abu ba ka san ba kuskure ne na so wannan ba kuskure ba ya ishe a kowane lokaci aure ke zama shakatawa da zaman lafiya akan samun sabani da rashin fahimta da gaddama tsakanin ma'aurata. Wasu lokaci tarbiyyar da yara yana ya zama matsalar aure. Ku kasance tare da mu akan shirin darasin aure a yayin da muke zurfafa bincike akan kalubale da ma'aurata ke fuskanta da yadda za magance su baki daya tun daga wahala har zuwa nasara. A wannan karo za mu kawo muku wani sabon salo akan shirin darasin aure kowace ranar Laraba karfe 4 da rana tare da ni Hajiya Munira Mahmud. Darasin aure headquarter duk lamuran aure duk baki ɗaya.
Yeah, welcome back. If you just tuned in, this is Baina Midday News and we're streaming live on Facebook at Baina TV. Now let's move on to some news beyond our borders. After the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, another crucial regional waterway, the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, is now at risk of disruption. United States President Donald Trump on Sunday made expletive failed threats against Iran and its infrastructure if it doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz by his Tuesday deadline after American forces rescued a wounded aviator whose Iran-downed plane fell behind enemy lines.
Iran struck energy infrastructure targets in neighboring Gulf Arab countries over the weekend and threatened to restrict the Bab el-Mandeb Strait of the Arabian Peninsula. The 32-kilometer-wide Bab el-Mandeb Strait connects the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden and the Arabian Sea. About 12% of the world's trade typically passes through the strait. It is also one of the busiest routes for global oil trade. The strait carried about 4 million barrels of crude oil per day in 2024, according to the U.S. Energy Information Agency. Since the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, Saudi Arabia has been sending millions of barrels of crude oil a day through Bab el-Mandeb. In a post on X, a top Iranian official said the resistance front views Bab el-Mandeb as it does Hormuz. If the White House dares to repeat its foolish mistakes, it will soon realize that the flow of global energy and trade can be disrupted with a single move. There are growing concerns that the Houthis could start attacking shipping in the Red Sea. Iran is closely allied with the Yemeni rebel group. Disrupting transit through Bab el-Mandeb forces shipping firms to route their vessels across the Cape of Good Hope, as they did in 2024 and 2025, significantly increasing cost.
And now in sports, Leeds United will play Chelsea at Wembley after reaching the FA Cup semi-finals for the first time in 39 years. Daniel Farke's side beat Premier League relegation rivals West Ham 4-2 on penalties to progress after a thrilling 2-2 draw on Sunday. Last